Hey everybody, what's up? This is Crypto Cody and I'm so excited to do another video for you guys. Guys, today we're going to be doing a video that's a little bit out of the norm of what we normally do, and that's a quick overall long-term chart analysis reading of where Bitcoin could possibly be going in 2021. Looking really forward to checking this out and looking at this with you guys. Guys, let's talk about some big bull run time talk, all right? Talk to you guys in a bit. Okay, guys, so we're going to hop into it. I just want you guys to know this is tradingview.com. I think it's an awesome place to go. Just you can have a free account. I'm running on the free account thing because I don't do a whole lot of chart reading myself. But sometimes when I want to just kind of look over longevity chart reading or just some different things that are happening in the marketplace, this is a great place to go. Today's video, we're going to be talking about, we're going to be on the monthly. I've put together a special little pattern for everybody to kind of go over. And I have a reason. I have a few different things I want to talk about. I'm going to try to keep this as simple as possible. First of all, I'm no financial advisor, and secondly, I am not a professional chart reader, so I don't want you guys to make any decisions based off of this particular video, but I do have a basic understanding and idea as to how chart readings go, and you know, I wanted to simplify this video for you guys on a chart analysis because I want you guys to understand why people are talking about bull runs and bear runs with Bitcoin specifically coming up in the future, and more specifically, why people have been talking about a massive bull run that's going to be taking place in the future. I really want you guys to kind of get a visual of what that's going to look like, and honestly, even timing-wise, when that could possibly happen. When could we see Bitcoin soaring past its initial high of $20,000? So this is what I put together. This particular pattern that I've used is with these two triangles is called the XABCD pattern. And what this basically is based off of is people's emotions. And it's, I personally think, a really great chart reader, especially for long-term, being on the monthly and whatnot. I think it makes a whole lot of sense. And this is a really exciting time to be talking about it. And here's the reason why. Because there's two ways to look at how to read the future as to whether or not it's going to be a bull run or a bear run with this particular pattern structure. And that is this. When you are reading, when you're using this tool, okay, if what you're looking at is creating what appears to be an M as in mom, then what you're seeing is a future bull run. However, if this was upside down, or if this was a totally different pattern that would create the opposite, being a W, as in wax, W, then what you're going to see is a future bear run, is kind of what that's implying, okay? So this particular tool is now based on the monthly, starting in at the beginning of the bull run of 2017 up until now, in 2020, January, we have seen almost a complete M pattern with this tool. And what that is implying is that there is a potential future bull run that is going to take place because it's almost completely completed that M pattern. Now, a little bit more I want to talk about. I also kind of, went ahead and put in my wedge here with the apex being here, and there's a lot of significance to that as well. And I'm going to get into that a little bit in a little bit as well. But because the indicator is showing here that with this tool that we have a potential bull run that's going to be taking place, that would imply that once we reach this apex, which is roughly in the month of May of 2021, okay, is what it's saying down there, somewhere around this vicinity, because of this indicator, we have reason to believe that we are going to go into a bull run and soar past, at least back to our initial high, if not past. Now, here's why I have come up with this as my overall analysis, okay? There is an event that's going to be coming to that's going to be taking place, and I wrote it right down here. It's called the halving. It's going to be taking place in May, I believe, sometime mid-May, May 9th, May 12th, something around that time. We are very close to that time right now. And what's interesting is that someone who's very smart, who taught me once how to read charts, they said, if you want to read charts as far as what the future looks like, you need to look back and see what history has said, okay? So the halving, basically, for those of you who don't know what that is, the halving is something that it's basically Bitcoin's supply is getting cut in half. It's essentially what that is, okay? And most people, when they hear that, they think, oh, that means that, it's going to it's the whole supply and demand concept where splitting it in half is going to cause Bitcoin to soar up and become extremely valuable again. And there's some truth to that, but at the same time, there's also some other factors to consider too. And we're going to be talking about a length of a year right here, okay? We're talking about the halving of May all the way to a year from the halving of May is when we're actually expecting to see a massive bull run, okay? But let's go back and look at history for the other halvings. So back in the first halving of 2012, it was November 28th, 2012, Bitcoin had its first halving, okay? So if we just kind of look at that, November 2012, it was roughly about there, okay? So or November 28th, 2012. So from that point, okay, all the way to the bull run of 2013, okay, is exactly a year that it took place. So from 2012 of November to 2013, it took 1 year from the halving to the bull run, 1 year for that process to explode, okay? I find that really fascinating that it took exactly a year. Then from there, people were extremely pumped up because Bitcoin was worth roughly around $1,100-$1,200 per Bitcoin. But then it needed that healthy correction. So literally, for 2 years, it just suffered. It just suffered for 2 years, okay? And what's really interesting about that is that history is now you're starting to see, oh, okay, if you've been in Bitcoin for at least 3 years now or 2 years now, you're like, hey, we just suffered the past couple of years from a massive bull run. Okay, well, we're going to get to that in a second. So 2 years it suffered. Then from that point, after 2 years, it started to have a steady incline again, okay? This steady incline then led to the next halving, I mean. And that halving took place in July 9th of 2016, okay? What's interesting about July 9th of 2016, after that halving happened, okay, it had already had a steady incline, okay, up until the point of the halving. And the halving of July 2016, July 9th, 2016, it took almost literally 1 year from that halving to the 2017 massive bull run that we are all looking at, okay? So here we are. So let's just kind of recap what I just said there. It took 1 year from the halving to the bull run. Then it took a 2.5 year correction, okay? Then it started to steady incline again to the next halving. That halving took how much? A year to the next massive bull run. Then from that massive bull run, what happened is we started to create, it took literally an entire year, like 2.5 years for this entire massive bull run to finally get to where it was, right around this area over here, okay? So we had our massive bull run, and then we had a 2.5 year correction. Now we're starting to have that steady incline again that we were talking about that leads up to the next halving, okay? So we're in that steady incline right here. So literally, if you were to look at the halving right here in 2016, here's the steady incline. This is about right where we are in 2020, okay? Right before a massive, I'm sorry, no, I'm wrong. Here we are right here, right up before the halving. We're almost right about here, okay? So we're at the bottom of the market. We hit bottom, and now we're starting to have that steady incline. So that steady incline right before the halving is literally where we are, like right about this area, okay? So with that being said, the halving that's going to be coming up in May, okay? If we were to measure, this is so crazy to just look at, guys. I want you guys to really just trail with me here on how cool this is to see how history could possibly be repeating itself in a massive way, okay? This halving is happening in May. Now, I want you to understand, there is reason to believe that because after every single halving, there seems to have been some kind of a steady incline after the halving, leading up to the real serious bull run. That would lead us to, is it possible that it could bounce out of this apex triangle that I've created here? It's possible after the halving. But I think what is going to happen is it's going to stay in this apex, okay? And I could be wrong. I could be totally wrong because this is cryptocurrency, guys. We just don't know. But basically, there is potential reason to believe that this thing could just stay within this apex, bouncing around until finally it just has all this pressure, which leads to what? May of 2021. Guys, literally from the halving of 2020 to the absolute corner of this apex is 1 year. Okay, what's significant about that? We talked about it. there's always been a year in between the halving and the massive bull run. Year right here, that's a year. Okay, this section right here from the halving to here, that's a year. Okay, the halving right here to the apex here, that is 1 year. All right, I don't think that that's coincidental at all. I think that's history just repeating itself on the monthly, and I think that's really exciting. Now, here's the crazy thing that I want to talk about as far as Bitcoin price predictions go. Okay, the let's look at the numbers here from this halving of 2012 20. Let me see, November 28th, 2012. November 28th, 2012, we were looking at a $350 Bitcoin, then launched up to 1200. Okay, so 350. So 300. So 12. If we just basically just do that 1200 divided by 350. Okay, we're looking at a 3.4. Okay, so a 3.5 times increase from that. Okay, with this one, the halving was, let me see, it was July 9th of 16. So July 9th. So we're looking at a $600 Bitcoin that went all the way up to, I mean, let's just say that it was 14. I mean, let's just say 14,000. Okay, so 14,000 divided by 600. And I'm only saying that just because these are like completed monthly candles. Whereas, I mean, we could go up to 20,000. I'm just trying to be, so that's a 23 times increase. Okay, so what does that mean for the next run up here? Okay, some people believe it's going to be 100,000, but here's my opinion. I think that it's highly possible that after a year after the halving of May in 2020, it is highly possible, absolutely highly possible, that Bitcoin could literally go up 20 times the price of its initial high. Which, if that is the case, then that would imply, let's just say, being being modest. Okay, I'm not talking about a $20,000 times 20,000. I'm not talking about a $20,000 Bitcoin. I'm talking about, you know, a monthly completed candle here, right up here at like the $14,000 margin. Let's just say $14,000 times 20. I believe it's highly possible that Bitcoin could literally soar up to 280,000 sometime a year from May, the May halving of 2020. So sometime in 2021, I think it's absolutely possible that we could be holding on to a Bitcoin that's worth over $250,000. So I don't know if that makes any sense to you guys as far as what I just have shared with you on this whole chart analysis. I'm basing this completely off of history repeating itself. And there's no telling what the price could be, but what I do believe, absolutely, within the next year, we are going to have a Bitcoin that's worth well over 20,000 for sure. I believe within the hundreds of thousands of dollars per Bitcoin. So that's my overall long-term on the monthly chart analysis video. I would like to hear what your guys' thoughts are. Some of you guys out there are way smarter than I am when it comes to chart reading, but I'd love to hear your opinion on this particular drawing that I put together. I think this is so exciting, guys. I mean, just the fact that we're in this particular time of, you know, some people are saying that we're still in the bear market. Some people are saying that we're in the bull market. I think the actual bull market, honestly, is not really going to really reveal itself on new levels until next year, to be completely honest. But that doesn't mean that we're going to have moments of just great increase, and then obviously healthy corrections in our decrease within this triangle heading towards that apex. So anyways, I'm going to stop talking. I get so pumped and excited when I think about what the future of Bitcoin holds. And the thing is, guys, is that, because this is the Wild West, I mean, I got to be honest with you. I said I was going to stop talking, but there's one thing that I want to go over, is that, because of how new cryptocurrency is to society, and it's not been fully adopted, and we're still in the Wild West stages of it. I think that reading charts, is great, and I think that we need to do that, and I think there's merit in it. But when it comes down to it, you just can't fully understand something that's so new. I mean, yeah, I get it. It's like, it's definitely, fairly old enough. It has some years on it as far as how long it's been around. But just because of it, we're only in a market cap of 250 billion right now. That's just such a tiny total market cap. And the fact that Bitcoin owns 60% of that total market cap right now, guys, just goes to show you that, there's so much room for growth, and that, this entire chart reading that I just gave you guys could potentially just mean nothing. This could literally mean nothing, and Bitcoin could just, like, right after the halving, soar up and go, explode. But but the merit in this whole reading that I think a lot of chart analysis people would agree with me on is that it's showing healthy corrections, and it's showing history repeating itself based on its growth and adoption. So I think that this is honestly a realistic way to look at Bitcoin's potential future growth. What I'm excited about is May. What is going to happen around May 2020? I'm sorry, what is going to happen around May 2021? I'm excited to see what's going to happen a year before that, May 2020, when the halving is going to happen, but I'm really excited to see what's going to happen as we approach this apex. So anyways, guys, please hit the bell notification, like this video, give me a comment, let me know what you guys thought about this entire chart reading. Really excited about it all, to think about it. So hope you guys have a great day, and let's just keep on building a massive community of people that are adopting cryptocurrency. So love you guys, have an awesome day. Crypto Cody out.